barriers that prevent people from going to see the dentist: cost, time, and fear. SmileSnap breaks down all three of these barriers.
You said 550 consults per day. To me, that's a startling number for any dentist.
$2.5 million for 20% of the business. That's a $12.5 million valuation, 10 times revenue. How'd you come to that number?
We grew over 10 times in the number of customers, our revenue, and therefore we felt justified in a $12.5 million valuation on the business.
It's an honor to be at DentalTank. We're looking forward to meeting all of the great startups here and all the people that attend.
Just started my 52nd year in this business. I've done so many different things in this wonderful industry, working with so many wonderful inventors, entrepreneurs, practitioners.
What we do is we evaluate products, and we take those products, if we love them, and there are those we don't, and we take those products and we bring them full force into dentistry.
I'm looking forward to hearing everyone's pitch and seeing what's out there, what you've built, why your product, why your company.
So those are my 4 filters: bigger, faster, easier, cheaper. If you can answer those, I'm going to be very interested in investing in you, either with dollars or with time or with my reputation.
Really looking forward to what we are going to see today, and hope everybody enjoys the event.
And let the games begin. Next on stage, we have an innovator that really, I feel, blew up at the perfect time through the pandemic, when everybody was staying at home and everybody wanted to be comfortable at home due to catching the coronavirus. So virtual technology is on the rise, and I feel that we wouldn't be where we were today with virtual technology if the pandemic didn't happen. And this company, SmileSnap, has literally came at the right time. I'm super excited to hear the message of Greg Pellegrom.
Hello, DentalTank. My name is Greg Pellegrom. I'm the co-founder and CEO of SmileSnap. Dentistry has a problem, and it's a big one. We need more patients. And the patients that we have, we need to do a better job of getting them in for more services. But traditionally, there are 3 major barriers that prevent people from going to see the dentist. They are cost, time, and fear. SmileSnap breaks down all 3 of these barriers. For several decades, we relied on dental insurance companies and patient and doctor referrals and traditional marketing messages to acquire new patients. And in today's competitive marketplace, that's just simply not good enough. See, there's this whole untapped market out there of people called online consumers. Millennials, Gen Zs, even myself as Gen X. And we think differently. We require a different buying experience than the traditional model. In that digital buying experience, we expect convenience. We want access to your practice 24/7. And we want price transparency. These are 3 areas that SmileSnap breaks down. Over the last few years, we've seen some significant challenges and changes in the dental industry. We've witnessed the evolution of the direct-to-consumer model for orthodontic treatment. And what have these companies proven? If you provide that access 24/7, meaningful information around price and fees, and you make it convenient, consumers will inquire about your services in the tens of millions. We're also still living in this global pandemic, something completely unprecedented. It certainly hasn't helped for those folks that have a fear or anxiety of seeing the dentist. But what they did do is they put telehealth, and in our case, teledentistry, on the map for good. And we need to embrace this paradigm shift and give today's consumers what they want. So we bring to you SmileSnap. We are a patient acquisition and retention platform that allows dentists to conduct virtual consultations. We get people off their couch and into your chairs. The value to the patient is we break down those 3 barriers because we allow them to conduct consultations with practices regarding services they're interested in from anywhere at any time. And the benefit to the practice, traditionally, you are limited to the number of consultations you can conduct on any given day to the physical location you are at that day as a dentist. By removing that barrier and allowing the practice to conduct consultations also from anywhere at any time, it renders it virtually limitless in the number that you can conduct. While simultaneously, you are filtering out, pre-screening these online consumers, weeding out the bad, bringing into the practice for records the ones that are ready to start treatment. So inherently, we see conversion rates increase significantly, which saves valuable doctor time. A little bit about the business. We launched SmileSnap in April of 2019. It's been quite a ride, trust me. We've learned a lot in that time. And one of the most important things we've learned is who our target audience is. More importantly, we've learned who they're not. So we know who our customer is, and we've also learned through a lot of trial and error of marketing how to reach these folks, get their attention, and convert them into customers. In our short 2.5 years, we've amassed over 600 customers that represent over 1,000 practice locations in the United States. And we've got a handful in Canada and Australia. My favorite number on this slide is the fact that we're seeing greater than 550 consultation requests per day. That's about 1 every 3 minutes. Oftentimes, these are coming in after 5 o'clock, on the weekends, and holidays. Our churn rate all time is just under 3%, and we're very proud of our LTV to CAC ratio, which currently stands at just about 3-to-1. All of this results in an annual recurring revenue of $1.2 million. Now, we lead the orthodontic market because from a sales and marketing perspective, that's where we started. And recently, we've been expanding into the GP space. And we consider competition a good thing. It helps to validate the market, prove there's a need. It also keeps us sharp and on our game for continuous improvement. But our biggest competition is not on this slide. That's the mindset of the dentist. It is incumbent upon us to educate the dentist that utilizing SmileSnap will expand access to your practice, and it's a more effective and efficient way to reach more patients. Our pricing model has 2 plans. We have a starter plan and a professional plan. Both have a monthly and annual subscription. And on the right-hand side of this slide is a peek into our roadmap. These are features and add-ons that we will upsell to our customers as we develop and integrate, ultimately raising the average annual revenue per user to around $2,500. By the end of this year, we expect to have over 650 customers with that revenue per user just under $2,000. With this investment over the next 3 years, we intend to grow to over 4,000 customers and increasing that revenue line to almost $2,500. All the while as we iterate and improve, driving down our acquisition costs. There are some real hot expansion markets out there. Like I said, we've done great in the ortho space, but GP and cosmetic dentistry is 20x that. And with the explosion and growth that's happening in the DSO and the OSO market, we want to go out and get customers not by the ones and twos, but by the 10s and 20s. And there are also some very attractive international markets that we can expand into. By the end of this year, we anticipate to have a top line revenue of just under 1.3 million. And in 3 years, by hitting our targets, we will grow to over $10 million in annual recurring revenue. That's the year we anticipate to start turning a profit. And while it's modest, our focus is customer acquisition. We can increase that bottom line there on out. I think it's also important to note that as February of this year, we turned our first profit. It was modest, and every month since then, we've either earned a little or burned a little, but we're very cautious about how we invest your capital. So we'd love for you to join us. We are looking for a strategic partner to take this round, or a large portion of it, and any that's remaining will be backfilled by industry angels. We're raising $2.5 million, which represents approximately 20% of the business, and it's going to be divided into two categories. 60% will go directly into sales and marketing to grow our customer base, while 40% is going to go into product development and support. We have a small team of 9, but we're very experienced in both dental and SaaS. Myself and the co-founder, Jameson Stafford, we've known each other since high school. We grew up outside of the Detroit metro area. And when I reached out to him with this idea, I'm glad he understood my vision because he's an incredible technologist. He brought in a friend of his, Charlie Galuzza, and Charlie has his MBA, his law degree, and a lot of experience in the C-suite. We like to say that Charlie does all the things that myself and Jameson don't like to do. And we have an incredible team that supports us in other areas as well. So, with that said, we'd love to have you join us in our journey to expand the dental market, to make oral health care accessible to everyone.
$2.5 million for 20% of the business. That's a $12.5 million valuation, 10 times revenue. How'd you come to that number?
We grew over 10 times in the number of customers, our revenue, and therefore we felt justified in a $12.5 million valuation on the business.
Hello, I'm Dr. Elbaz, but please call me JJ. I've been a practicing periodontist for close to 40 years now. Throughout my career, I've achieved dual diplomate status, was faculty at UCLA, and served as an expert on the Dental Board of California. In all my time practicing, I have not found a single product that fights gum disease nearly as well as the gum line cleaner. I place implants all day, and the smooth texture of the tips allows me to clean them so well.
Okay, I'm going to jump right into it. Okay, first off, I love everything. Great presentation. You said 550 consults per day. Okay, to me, that's a startling number for any dentist. So my first question to you is, how do you, the dentist obviously isn't going to go through 550 consults. How are you screening these consultations that the dentist, let's say, spends an hour a day, you have your associate wanting new patients. How do you screen these consultations?
Dr. Graham, let me back up and make sure I'm explaining clearly. That 550 is across all of our customers.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we don't do the marketing. We let them work with their expert agency or whether they do it internally to drive eyeballs to the website where our software widget lives.
Got it.
Now, some practices are great at that, and they're getting 3, 4, 5 of these per day. Some are lower volume, and they might get 2, 3, 4 a week. It really is what they put into it is what they get out of it. Once they do come in, the way the workflow typically is handled, and we recommend, is As soon as a patient goes through the widget, they answer some questions that are created by the practice. They provide their contact info, and they submit photos of their teeth. As soon as they're done, they're back to their life because they know it's now in the hands of this practice. I don't want to spend the rest of my night searching for dental services online. I got dinner to make. It pings the practice, whoever needs it. Typically, the doctor is the one that wants to assess the patient. The beauty is, right from a text link, it will open our mobile app, go directly to the patient, and they can assess the patient in a matter of a couple of minutes. They enter a few notes about treatment and save it. That pings the treatment coordinator or office manager. Doctor time is very valuable, but they can do this from anywhere, anytime. The TC or office manager, whoever, then they're prompted via alerts that doctor just entered notes. They go in, they look at the doctor's notes. First thing they should do is hit record, and in about 30 seconds, record a video to that patient, letting them know, we got it, the doctor looked at it, here's the recommendation, we can't wait to meet you and help you with your smile. They can also include with that as much or as little information around pricing, insurance, treatment times, number of visits. It's up to them. That all gets sent directly to the patient in an email. They also have it live and where it will remain in their secure patient portal. That's the workflow. We have a practice here in Florida, in Miami, and they have a speed to lead time. Their goal is 5 minutes from when it comes in, doctor review, treatment coordinator, 5 minutes is their goal.
Do you have a way for people to find your software outside of the website of your customers? In other words, would you have if a patient was just looking for a dentist, could they go to your software and then it would go to all of your customers or the nearest customer in that zip code? In other words, could you get into the customer acquisition game?
So you're talking more of a directory or marketplace where we drive consumer traffic to us and distribute them out to the providers in our network. We do not offer that service as of yet.
You had mentioned a cost of acquisition, or CAC was the term you used, of $1,500, but that doesn't include the marketing cost to drive people to your site, correct?
That's correct. We don't spend those dollars.
Okay.
That would require some significant capital. We let the practice spend those dollars and work with their local agency or internal team to do the marketing.
Very good.
And the spend.
And you 2.5 million for 20% of the business. That's a $12.5 million valuation, 10 times revenue. How'd you come to that number?
So we raised our first round, friends and family, on 0 revenue, and the next $500,000 we did on under 100,000. Yes, we were benefactors of the pandemic. I like to go around jokingly that I'm the one who ate the bat because we saw significant growth. And we grew over 10 times in the number of customers, our revenue, and therefore we felt justified in a $12.5 million valuation on the business.
So another follow-up question. So 600 practices currently. If you standardized and understood those 600 practices, how many consultations turn to patients on average? I know all practices are different,
Yep.
but at $249 a month, it's a modest entry level, openly. What would you expect a normal client with a good website, with good SEO? I mean, this isn't going to create a miracle because it won't. But if a client has all of that, what would you expect a client to receive as far as from his investment or her investment?
Sure. So when we talk about conversion rates, we don't have visibility and data proof because we don't have access. We're not tied into the practice management. So unless they're changing in our back-end patient management system, the status of each patient that comes in accordingly, we just don't know. What I can say anecdotally, What our customers tell us is the beauty of SmileSnap, you filter out all the junk. When people actually come in for records, we are converting at a mid-90 to 100% conversion rate. Some of them are going as far, and we'd like to build this into our platform, but actually getting them under contract, taking a down payment. Literally the first time that you walk in, you're ready to go. I like to tell the story, it was 20 years ago, but I didn't meet my LASIK eye surgeon until I laid down under the laser. And I think I spent all of maybe 90 seconds in there, and I loved the guy. Met him for, a very short time, and he gave me great vision. And, we don't need to see the dentist or the orthodontist 10, 15, 20 times. You can see them digitally. It's normal now, and they'll love you more for it.
Of your 600 customers or your original customers, what has been your retention rate or your attrition rate?
Yeah, so the churn rate we have all time is 2.95%. And we have a very interesting history with that, because in the early days when it was James, an employee, we were on about one customer per week. And these are people that were wanting to dabble and try, and the product was fairly new. And when COVID hit, we added those 600 customers in about a 90-day period. Thankfully, we were able to scale and make it through that, all of these customers. But a lot of them signed up for the wrong reasons. They did it out of fear, panic, their consultant told them to do it. They never had any intention of implementing a long-term digital strategy around patient acquisition. And so we've had some of those folks churn. So in one way it helped us, and in another way it's hurting us on the churn number. The ones that we bring on today for the right reasons and have the time to properly onboard them and train their team and help hold them accountable, we're seeing our churn rate go down. We feel like we've stabilized the business there.
Contract or no contract?
No contract at this time.
Great. Onboarding time, how long would it take a practice to onboard the team?
So we have a two-step process. We do an initial onboarding where we help them set up the widget, get it ready to go live on their website. And that's an hour, and we're coming in under that usually. And then the next step is more of a internal workflow. We talk to them about proper marketing. We talk to them about who's going to do what and how to hold people accountable. And after that, we say we're available for training, so use us, because this is a new process, and we're learning and we're getting better. But they all agree it's the way of the future.
How does your product compare with other products that are doing the same thing?
I think we're the most pure B2B SaaS product that's out there, meaning it's really truly software driven, and the speed in which patients can do this. And we get the best photos out there based on the process we use with our widget. The other part I would say is we have got the most robust back-end patient management system that allows customization and branding to the practice. All of our updates can get pushed out quickly and easily. And that's really, I think, what separates us from the other products on the market.
It was really a great opportunity, lots of fun. Once the nerves settled down and I got into a bit of a rhythm, it was good.
I had time, I had become more proficient at dentistry, so therefore I had more free time in my schedule.
This is a family-owned dental practice. We treat children from the age of 1 all the way up until grandparents.
We're averaging up to 50 or sometimes even 60 patients a month, which is really great.
My patients love the equipment and technology that we have at our office. The chairs are comfortable, they love the TVs.
Hiring the best team members is the most important thing to helping you grow your practice.
These critical decisions will enable you to collect millions of dollars more or lose billions of dollars in production.
All right, I'm here with Greg from SmileSnap. He just presented, and how do you think it went? Did you have fun up there?
Yeah, I did. It was really a great opportunity, lots of fun. Once the nerves settled down and I got into a bit of a rhythm, it was good. And you never know how difficult the tanks are going to be on your business. So they went fairly easy. I think they liked it.
I really like the teledentistry aspect of what you do, and because people usually make an appointment and then it takes a week or two, but it's that instant. Tell me about that. I mean, that goes over really well, and I think everyone likes to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we live in a world today where people want information and they want it now. They don't want to wait 2 weeks to come in for a consult. And those who are booked out a ways think it's a good thing, but it's a problem because if they don't want to wait that long, they're going to go somewhere else. And they have options today. So we want to capture them immediately when we can and bring them in, or at least get them information so they don't go elsewhere.
And the personal touch. I mean, imagine getting, before you even met the dentist, you get a video from the dentist or from the office, and they're already talking to you. You feel like you know them. You're invested. You're engaged.
That's exactly it. It's not a live video, it's a recorded one, and it makes people feel good because it's personalized. And they love when they see it done by either the doctor or someone in the office, telling them what they want to hear, giving them meaningful information. And you don't have to be in the office in a lab coat. You can be at a conference or on vacation and take 2 or 3 minutes to do this. And
you wake up in the middle of the night, maybe.
Yeah, and it makes a huge impression on them. And it really says we care about your time and we value your most precious asset.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Hey, so interesting about your business. You have no contract, and it's almost like you could try your services out risk-free. I think the judges like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We do a 30-day free trial, so it's great to get into the platform, set it up, give it a try. But we're that confident that they're going to love it that we don't want to hold people hostage by forcing them into a long-term contract.
What's the most bizarre thought that went through your mind while you're up there talking to everybody?
I can't really see anyone.
Isn't that true? The lights are so bright you can't see, like you're talking to a sea of white light, kind of like what we are doing here with that light there.
But a bit of an interrogation, but it's okay. It was fun.
All right. Well, Greg, you did a great job, and good luck with everything with SmileSnap.
You too. Thank you.
Any parting comments?
That's it. I'm leaving Miami today, unfortunately. I'm headed to Vegas for the ADSO, so off to the next show.
You got to be out there telling the message to the people.
Yep. Check us out at smilesnap.com and let us show you how doing virtual consultations can transform your practice and bring in more patients.
Absolutely. That's the future. Good job, Greg. Thank you. Greg from SmileSnap.
How my tooth case came to life, I actually just recently went through my 3rd round of ortho because, like many people, I forgot to wear my retainer.
So how do we nail these kids from being cheaters? That's my first question to you.
I think you've got an interesting product here, but also I think you've got an interesting segment opportunity that you haven't considered.
Hey everybody, welcome to Nashville. And what is this Nashville event all about? Well, first off, I can tell you this. When you purchase a ticket for the Dental Festival in Nashville, you'll be purchasing a ticket that allows you to go to up to 20 different dental conferences. These conferences are usually located all throughout the country at different times, but we've brought everybody together at one place to collaborate. So we're gonna be at the Omni Hotel, the Joseph Hotel, and the Tri-Brand Marriott hotels. Those hotels, literally, you step out the door and you walk across the street. They're all there. And what it looks like as an attendee is each day you get to pick the conference that you want to go to. You only need to purchase one ticket and you get in to all of them. Another really cool thing is that we believe that fun is extremely important. We believe that you learn 10 times faster when you're having fun. And so we believe 50% should be education and 50% should be amazing fun and experiences that you will never forget. So welcome to the Dental Festival in Nashville. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. This event is the 6th through the 10th of July in 2022. And if you wanna come for 2 days, 1 day, 3 days, or 4, that is completely up to you. Same cost of a ticket, and you just pick the conferences that you want to go to. It's totally up to you. We have a central vendor hall where everybody could go and learn about all the different products and innovations in dentistry. And we have separate conferences throughout the entire event that you get to choose from. So whatever you want to be educated on, I'm sure that we have it. Make sure to get your ticket as soon as possible. The sooner you purchase your ticket, the cheaper the ticket will be. And please remember, if you don't like fun, this conference is not for you. But if you like to have the time of your life, Dental Festival's for you. I will see you there.